Alrighty, we are back, and it is time for Alexis to continue her run for Battle City. That's what we're starting with today. Do I start with Series of 8s first or Battle City? It doesn't matter. Alright, Alexis against Marik. So who would you pick out of this one? Most likely you would go Alexis, but you never know. Speaking of Alexis, she is in the next match as well. She is up against Chumley. It wasn't intended to have this many Alexis matches all just together, but it's what it is. She's still a cool character to watch. So she's got, it's a decent starting hand. She does have a fusion available to her. Atoll Cyber as well, in hand and face down on the field. Synthetic Seraphim, which so far has never actually activated its effect. To this date, Marik goes with a defense and a face down spell or trap. And as the end of both players' turns, let's head over to the comments that were laid over. We did do stuff on Saturday, which we don't do very often. Where was I on comments? I believe it was here. Alright, Machine Angel Ritual has just been played from Alexis, so she's going to go for... she's had to throw away a little bit of strength from her hand, but Cyber Angel Ben 10 is a good card. It will do life point damage relevant to the defense, to the destroyed monster's defense as well, so Alexis looking to take quick advantage. She's got her ritual card back with the effect of Cyber Angel Ben 10 as well. Or was it? Actually, it might have been 2-2 Bond that did that. A12 Cyber is flipped up as well. Marik could be taking some damage here. And, oh, it's Humanoid Slime, 2000 defense, so Marik will be safe for this turn. We'll start off with Moonwolfie, who says, a shame that the original duel file got messed up, and I did figure that Ishizu was one of the duelists that could have handed Alexis a loss. The last match was a marathon of Alexis stacking life points with Natasha's effect. 4100 Mudora is stronger than basically all of Alexis's cards, but she got Cyber Gymnast and made use of the effect to get rid of the powerful Mudora to get the win this time. It is a shame that the original one did get messed up, but can't change it now. That other match, though, it was just as good. We did, especially that third match. That third match was really good with Alexis making use of Cyber Angel Natasha, which is a very good card. Marik's just activated Nightmare Will, so Cyber Angel Ben 10 is now stuck. Alexis has played Cyber Egg Angel. And there we see it has just gone for Ritual Sanctuary. Kodoskopos says, it always surprises me how soon as temperatures get above 10 degrees here in the UK, people start going out and showing a lot of skin. Anything above 10 degrees Celsius, you show skin? Damn, at 10 degrees Celsius, I'd be wearing like a jumper and a raincoat and probably another winter coat over that. For me, anything below 21 degrees is literally freezing, and sadly where I live, anything above that is considered a heat wave. Can't believe the Brits managed to subjugate other countries in the past when they're a bunch of wimps when it comes to heat. It's funny because a lot of my family are from England as well, and when my cousin Keith came over here for the first time when he moved here from England over to Perth, Western Australia, the first thing he said, the difference in heat. I missed that. Winged Dragon of Ra's Sphere mode is on the field. And Alexis has just pulled Ritual Monsters, and she can tribute. She has lost her field, mind you, so it's still a decent move for Marik, but Machine Angel Ritual has just been played. It could go with Natasha, or you probably want to go with 2500 attack, though, to get rid of the defense. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, when Keith came over, my cousin, the first thing he said was the difference between the heat in Australia and England is just insane. Even we've had other family members from England come over and visit as well, and they too, when they've come over here in summer, they're literally melting, which it's fun to watch. It's fun to poke fun, but at the same time, if I went to England on one of their summer days where they're all out in t-shirts and shorts, I would probably be wearing winter coats, and the only thing showing would be my eyes. The rest of it would be fabric. Alright, Marik's on with a face down spell or trap. SCH-292 Mirage of Nightmare. That card is pretty OP if you know how to work it. Back before the ban list of 2003. Also, the idea is that you have something like MST, Mystical Space Typhoon. You Mystical Space Typhoon your Mirage of Nightmare before your next draw phase. That's a good tip for using that card, because you can pretty much restock your whole hand. Mirage of Nightmare actually reminds me a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, where you just you restock your hand of 5 at the start of every turn, no matter how many cards you're missing, but you can only have up to 5, and you have to play a card that turn as well. Well, Marik's staring down some attack force here, 1400 and a 2500, and is just throwing down spells or traps. Marik may be cooked here. Maximum Wesley says Adobe Premiere can be weird with exporting things sometimes, especially when you have low hard drive space below a certain threshold. For me, when I try to export videos and my hard drive only has 40 gig or less of space, it won't render the video and give you the issue that you had. Don't know if that's what happened to you, but I thought it would be good info to share regardless as a fellow Premiere user. Yeah, I have had error messages come up, especially when the exporting video is only like a couple of gig. If I've been under like 30 gig or so, yeah, it'll come up and say scratch disks are full. Photoshop does the same thing as well. Which is, it's just the thing we face as creators of content is you will fill up video space or fill up space on hard drives and laptops, and you fill it up so quickly. As Marik is bringing back Cyber Angel Bentan, he threw his hand away. It just looks like that Marik doesn't have anything left, and it's just trying to get something going here. But yeah, my storage space is rather low on my laptop as well, which it could have been what did it. But usually it tells me. Usually if I can't export a video, it'll come up with insufficient space. It'll give me a message. The one that happened, it exported my video at 32 minutes, but only like the first 12 of them actually had any video file. That's why it uploaded as 12 minutes on YouTube, but I didn't even notice. I thought, oh yeah, 33 minutes. Did my front and back check while the video editor was open. I didn't do it on the exported video. I'm doing them on the exported video now, so if that happens again, I will know. It's just that it didn't give me any noticeable warning that it had actually had that issue. But who knows? They do have a bit of a mind of their own sometimes. Video editors, Premiere Pro stuff, or any software really, can have a bit of a mind of its own. Alejandro Fernandez says, that's so funny about 15 degrees being freezing for you. Here in Germany, we recently started to hit the first days with 10 degrees, and that for many is already shorts and t-shirt weather. Damn. Like, if we had a 10 degree day here, like during the day, not during night, like during the actual day, 10 degrees in Perth, Western Australia is almost unheard of. Like, the coldest we get on like daytime during peak winter is like 15 degrees. That's like what our average probably is. So basically, if when the day comes that I travel to Europe, I should probably take a few jumpers. As, I'm probably going to find it very cold, as Marik is defeated in this first match. Good first win from Alexis, so Marik's got a very uphill battle from here, and he's got a tough opponent. Alright, back in the lobby with them both. Alright, who's... Alejandro Fernandez also says, if they make DLC for Early Days or an Early Days 2, I sincerely hope they remake Nightmare Troubadour and all of the Tag Force games. I've never played them myself either. Were they on PlayStation or GameCube as well? I'd have to Google. And ooh, that's a bit of a nasty hand from Alexis. She needs to draw one of her rituals or something. I can pull a ritual card. Synthetic Seraphim activated again. Alejandro Fernandez says there is actually an archetype of cards that just let you attack while in defense position called Super Heavy Samurai. Sadly, Ramp Up Blaster can only do so with a direct attack. I have dueled against Super Heavy Samurai before on this very game. I think there's a challenge deck somewhere on it, because I remember having a bit of trouble getting past it with the Amazon S cards. I don't remember who had the deck and whatnot. It may have even come up in story duels, but I've definitely played against them before, and I didn't like playing against them. Because, yeah, they can camp in defense and they can attack. They can be very difficult to get off the field. Especially if you're using a physical attacking deck like the Amazon S. And Lex GNZLZ, I don't know how to say that. Gonzalez, maybe? Lex Gonzalez. And also added, and using her attack, which is halved. That's a new name, Lex Gonzalez as well. Thanks for leaving comments. Alejandro also says the strategy comes from playing around Mirror Force. It forces you not to commit every resource to the field at once or risk losing it all. Same with Heavy Storm. Harpy's Feather Duster. Yes, I can settle my back row, but what if my opponent has those cards? Math is important in Yu-Gi-Oh! And cards that give advantage often are worth more than they cost. If Mirror Force kills one regular monster, it basically breaks even. If he gets 2, it's a +1. If he gets 3, it's a +2, and so on. Try taking advantage of your main phase 2 more. It may be attack first, but then you can still summon set. That is true. If you ran into a Mirror Force or something similar. I don't know, it's just every AI deck has it. It just, I don't know, it's such a overused card against the AI. I understand why decks have it, because it's a good card. But to me, it just doesn't scream strategy. I'd rather see decks work together as a strategy and not rely on cards like that to really determine who is the best. And Alexis is in trouble here. Marik's got Hell Polymer to the field. If Alexis destroyed that by battle, she'd lose a card out of her hand. I think every standby phase, but Alexis has not drawn good cards this game. And that just sums up this match for Alexis. It's a bad one, but her deck is prone to it. Drawing bad hands, but... So, it looks like we will be looking at a tiebreaker in this one. Kodos Kopos says, if you could get $1,000 for every Mirror Force AI has pulled against you, what would you do with your first trillion? If I got $1 for every Mirror Force, I'd probably still reach $1 trillion. If I had that sort of money, the first thing I would do is probably move to Japan. Not gonna lie, like I would probably move to Japan. Probably to Tokyo. Then again, Kyoto, I quite like Kyoto as well. Kyoto was very laid back. Osaka's like the party district. But I would like to explore the rest of Japan as well. I'd like to go to Fukuoka and Hiroshima, Seppo. Yeah, if I had all that money, I would probably spend like 5 years straight or something and just travel to every place in the entire world, including Antarctica, so it'd be cold there. But yeah, I'd probably travel a lot. Then again though, you might actually be surprised how little money you actually need to travel the whole world. If you do it on a budget and be a tight ass about it, you can actually go quite far with not much, or not a hell of a lot if that makes sense. Like, a plane ticket from Perth to Japan is roughly around 900 or so. I think that's what my airfare was when I went on the tour. Australia and Japan aren't actually that far away from each other. I think a round way trip to England is about 2,000 Australian dollars. And the thing is, once you get, say if I went to England, getting everywhere else in Europe by plane is actually really cheap. Like, it's only like 100 euros, a couple of €100. So it's actually not that expensive to get around to all the countries in Europe once you're there. It cost me a lot to get there, but to get around, not so much. As Newdoria is played. Newdoria is a good card as well. That's it's going to stop Alexis from being able to... Well, she can still destroy it, but she'll lose a monster. She started off conservatively. It was probably a good idea because Newdoria has been played. But now she's got to get rid of Newdoria. She can do that with Blade Skater though, and she's got an 8-star Ritual in her hand. She'd have to play her whole hand to do that though, which can be a risk. But the great thing about Japan is, like, in theory, you could sleep on the side of the street and, like, nobody will touch you. In fact, there's even, like, a customary thing they do over there where they leave bottles of water next to people who have passed out in the street because they drank too much. Which I don't drink, so I wouldn't have to worry about that, but you could travel around the whole of Japan and not stay in a hotel. If you're willing to sleep on the side of the street, in theory, you could do it. I say in theory. Would people want to do it? Probably not, but I mean, if you have a good swag tent or something that you can carry around on your back, you could probably use a tent. I mean, if you really wanted to be tight about money. Things in Japan, if you go over there with like Australian money or like if you're backed by US money, it actually goes quite a long way in Japan. You can get like massive full course meals for like $10, which is like over here it'd be at least like 30 or 40. And Alexis, she's in trouble. She's being attacked now by Newdoria and Drillago, two of Marik's staple monsters. She's lost half her life points. She can still ritual summon though. She has still got some options available. Oh, and there's Cyber Gymnast as well. Again, that's also a good card. But Alexis needs to be she needs to be clever here. And there is one last comment. Saxpack Abs. I remember being annoyed that Magician of Black Chaos didn't appear that much in the anime. I think it only showed up once more after the Pegasus duel and was destroyed soon after. That is true. I don't remember seeing it at all in the anime after that Pegasus duel. I guess they wanted to make new monsters to sell more cards. Oh. She throws Cyber Egg Angel and destroys Newdoria. That's not a bad play. And here she goes. She's going to use main phase 2. And likely is, yeah, she's going to summon Cyber Angel. Is it Izana? It is. Cyber Angel Izana comes to the field. 2,500, but Marik can still attack directly with Drillago, mind you. 1,600, but he's got no cards in hand. So... well, he's drawn one. And... oh, it's holding arms! Oh, that is horrendous for Alexis. Holding arms now cannot be destroyed by battle. And it's grabbed hold of a ritual, and Drillago can now attack directly. Oh, that is horrendous for Alexis. That is gold for Marik. And, oh, Alexis is probably going to lose now because she won't be able to... she can't even get holding arms off by battle. She would have to... she doesn't have much in her deck in terms of destroying stuff other than battle as well. What a draw from Marik. You have to give him that. Oh, and there's Boganian as well, which will take 600 from a standby phase. I do not see Alexis winning this. There's 1,600. Look, to be fair, Marik played his cards perfectly for what he drew, but Alexis, oh, that is a shocker for her to see holding arms come down. There's Blade Skater, which could get rid of Boganian, but that may be about all. Oh no, she went for holding arms. I mean, either way, it's not going to matter. Because even if she got rid of Boganian, Drillago... Oh no, Drillago would have... Unless Alexis's player didn't know about the holding arms. Oh, oh my word. Marik now with a monster reborn. Alright, it wouldn't have mattered. Would not have mattered at all what Alexis drew. Even if she drew another like level 8. Even if she drew another level 8 ritual. Drillago still can attack directly. Boganian's still there. But, oh. Well, Marik has defeated Alexis because he drew an amazing card. The perfect possible card for that situation, but that is how it happens sometimes. So unless this one gets corrupted, which I'm onto now, this file will be released. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and thanks for leaving all the comments as well. We got Alexis and Chumley next as well. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe, take care, farewell.